Hi, my name is Jonah Sharp, and I did my presentation over C.S. Lewis's The Screwtape Letters. It's titled The Letters, and it's by myself, Jonah Sharp. The Holy Trinity Church is the church that C.S. Lewis grew up in. There's a picture of it right there. It was his home church, like I said, and it is in Headington Quarry. It is still there today. It's a cemetery around it, as you see. According to what I read, he wrote the letters there in the back pew where he and his brother sat so many times every week. His brother's name is Warren, and to this day there is still a plaque there where they sat and where Clive or Jack, or however you want to say his name, wrote the letters. So it's pretty neat, and if I were to ever go there, I would definitely check the place out. Clive Staples Lewis, what a name. Belfast, Ireland is his birthplace. He was born November 29th, 1898. He changed his name. Well, he went by Jack. He didn't officially change his name, but he went by Jack to all his family and his friends. His mother died when he was 10, and he was really close with his brother Warren. I think I mentioned that just a second ago. His first work was Dimmer. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. His biggest work, however, was the Chronicles of Narnia, which is so famous around the world for the children's book explaining Christianity, or just a fairy tale, a fiction book to read. He taught at Oxford and became a renowned apologist writer. And shortly after, well, I don't know about shortly after that, but after that, his wife, Joy, he married his wife, Joy, is what I'm saying. And soon after, unfortunately, his wife died of cancer. After his wife died of cancer, he was hurting so much, and he couldn't keep his mind off of it, because the love of his life is no longer around. He started screen production and made a movie. And if I could tell you the name of the movie, I would love to, but I cannot remember the name right now. But we watched it in Christian Faith and Life with Prof. Yates. It was a good movie. It was touching. There's a picture of him in his maybe 50s, 40s or 50s, who knows. 1942 was the year in which the book was published. 1941 was when it was written in the newspaper. He wrote it, like I said, in the church, and he wrote one letter at a time and submitted them to this newspaper, and the community loved it so much that they asked him to publish it in a book, and 1942 was the year. A couple other things that happened in 1942 was a couple of African Americans tried out for the Cubs, and they were given a chance, which was huge at that time. Excuse me. One by the name of Jackie Robinson, as we well know, who wore the number 42, ironically, for his entire career, and we still have Jackie Robinson Day as we speak. U.S. declares war on the Axis powers, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Romania, those three. And they declared war on Japan before that in December of 41. But they waited, to retaliate against the rest of them until June 6th, in fact, of 1942. There was a bunch of civil rights movement stuff going on, some women's rights and stuff. Teddy Roosevelt was the president. And as I said, Screwtape letters were published that year. There's a picture right there of the original copy of the Screwtape letters. It's real neat. Not real flashy as we have books today, just plain white. Kind of neat. This is my results from some of the questions on my Google survey. Of course, as you see, the first question nobody got right. However, we did some good stuff a little bit on the later questions. If you notice, there's only 7 questions there, but I did have all 10. and just the other 3 questions were not questions that I would be able to pull a percent out of. So this quote right here is from the 6th letter in the book, or 6th chapter, however you want to look at it. It is my favorite quote, I think, in the book, because it makes you think about what could be, as it says, barricading your mind against the enemy. And hear me out, the enemy is not actually, in this quote, the devil or these demons. It's actually referring to God. Now, I'm not saying that we're trying to barricade our mind against God. It's interesting how suspense and anxiety in so many different ways puts up these barricades between us and God, or between us and God. And this whole book, it just gives you a really good viewpoint on what might be going through the minds, if they have them, who knows, of demons, and this spiritual warfare. What's going on? It's really a sobering book, if you will. Screwtape was played by a couple of individuals. Brent Harris is the first one. The second one is Max McLean. Brent Harris played Scar in the national tour of The Lion King. He also played Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird. Has a handful of awards, to include the Drammy Award and the Barrymore Award. The Barrymore Award I specifically remember to be in Philadelphia, and I can't remember the Drammy Award. Anyway, Max McLean is the original Screwtape from the very beginning. He premiered with the Screwtape letters at the very beginning in New York City. Also played Screwtape in the Mercury Theater and in Chicago and the Shakespeare Theater. He toured with the Screwtape letters for a very long time. He's also the author of The Journey of Jesus and Unleashing the Word, two books that probably are worth reading. He's also narrated several times the Bible. The number I got was 5, but when I Googled him, the first thing that popped up was all of these narrations of the Bible by him. So I'm sure he's done more than 5 by now. Currently is writing the stage adaptation for C.S. Lewis's The Great Divorce, which I've not read, but kind of looks interesting. The play itself was the book, like I said, originally published in a newspaper. Late 1990s was when individuals started writing the playwright for the play, and there's no individual that is given credit for it. As far as I've read, it was a group effort, and there are several individuals. Premiered the 18th of October in 2007 at Theater of St. Clements in New York City. There's a little devil right there for you. The characters, that one right there is Screwtape, as what did we say his name was? Brent Harris, I believe. That would be him playing. So it's a later picture of it. He was a senior devil tempter. Screwtape was. Is also Wormwood's uncle, and we'll get to who Wormwood is in a moment. The spiritual mentor to Wormwood. So all these letters are written from Screwtape to Wormwood about his assignment, which is the patient. So there's a picture of Wormwood, a little weird-looking guy right there. His name is Wormwood. He's a junior tempter, so obviously under the senior devil tempter. He's Screwtape's nephew, and is assigned a human to lead to damnation. And nowhere in the book does it say the guy's name, but he has a fiance and a mother who are also have been assigned tempters, and the goal of the tempter is to lead the person to damnation, which is kind of scary if you really think about it. So I use different sources, all on the computer except for the book itself. All the images were from Google Images, Screwtape letters. The Screwtape, or Screwtape on Stage, is the play, and biography.com is where I got the information about C.S. Lewis, and the Screwtape letter blog .weebly.com, I got some character analyses from that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my presentation today, and like I said, my name is Jonah Sharp, and I hope you have a great day.